Do you know someone who is divorced and Catholic? If so, I'd like to share with you 4 important things that they really want you to know, but probably would never say to your face. Now, I've worked with divorced Catholics for more than 25 years, and unfortunately, I went through my own divorce in the early 1990s. And I'm telling you, I would never wish that kind of pain on anyone. There's a lot of shame and embarrassment that goes along with being divorced, and that's most likely why someone wouldn't tell you these things to your face. So I'm going to help them out. Here are 4 things that a divorced Catholic really wants you to know. The first thing they want you to know is that divorce was not their choice. Now, the church teaches that divorce is a grave offense against the family, and it is. But the civil divorce laws out there ensure that if one spouse wants the divorce, it's going to happen, which means a lot of Catholics find themselves forced into divorce. They fight hard for their marriage, they do everything that they can to save it, and they still lose. And the person you see at Mass who is divorced is most likely the one who fought for their marriage and lost. But that person might also be a victim of a criminal abuser. They don't want their marriage to end up this way, but they're forced into leaving their spouse because there's no way to escape it. And in these circumstances, the church permits separation and divorce if it's the only way to escape the abuse. What they also want you to know is that going to Mass is really hard. I know this from my own personal experience. When I would go to Mass by myself, all I saw were happy families and loving couples. And you never know what's underneath the surface, of course, but I just felt like I was wearing this huge scarlet D. Like everybody, even the ones who didn't know me, knew that I was divorced and thought of me as a failure. And that made it so hard to come to Mass and to focus on the things that were important. I had a friend, we'll call her Marie. She would show up on Sundays, but she just couldn't get out of her car. She would sit there and cry because she was so embarrassed and so ashamed to enter the church and let everyone see her as a divorced Catholic. The next thing they want you to know is that what you see on the surface is only a fraction of what they are going through. Divorce brings with it such incredible suffering on so many levels. It's like having a physical disease with all the pain and all the suffering, but there's no medicine for it. You can't take a Tylenol. You can't go get an injection from a doctor. You just have to live with it. And the unfortunate thing is it goes on and on. Spouses with children have it doubly worse because if you're dealing with the family court system, that alone will drag out sometimes for years. And the suffering and the loss occurs on many, many different levels. You have the familial level because your immediate family is split up and broken apart. But then oftentimes you lose people that are so important to you, like your in-laws, people you may have gotten close to and rely on, and now suddenly they're gone. The loss and the suffering from divorce is also financial. We know that divorce devastates a family's economy. Then there's the social loss and suffering that comes with losing friends and again losing family members. Your marital status has changed and now you have to start checking off that divorce box when you fill out forms. Then there's the emotional and spiritual loss and suffering that comes with divorce. The grief of losing your spouse, the shame of the label of divorce, the fear of the unknown. Each of these factors alone would be devastating, but divorced Catholics carry these burdens with them every single day, and it takes a lot of courage to get out into the world and keep living. So the last thing, and probably the most important thing that a divorced Catholic would like you to know, is that distance is the opposite of mercy. And what I mean by that is when you find out someone is divorced, it can be tempting to pull away because maybe you don't know what to say. Maybe it's an awkward situation and you don't want to get involved. Maybe you're just not sure of what the right response is. And you know what? That's fair. A lot of times when we see people hurting, we don't know what to say. But think about this for a minute. When someone dies, the widow or widower receives flowers and meals and check-ins and a lot of attention and a lot of people caring, hoping that they're doing okay. And all of this should happen because it's a very good thing. But someone who goes through a divorce has also lost their spouse and a lot of other things with it. They never receive meals. They rarely receive check-ins. And those things could be such an incredible help. Being a friend to someone who is divorced does not mean that you're condoning divorce. It just means that you are being just like the Good Samaritan. It could be such a boost of moral and emotional support. So the church gives us the corporal and spiritual works of mercy for precisely these situations. There's visiting the sick, counseling the doubtful, and comforting the sorrowful. And your divorced friend or loved one falls into all three of those categories. They just want what the Good Samaritan offered. Someone who stopped at the side of the road and treated their wounds. And if you could be that person to them, that would make such an incredible difference. If this video helped you understand someone in your life a little bit better, I hope that you'll share this with them or someone else who needs to hear it. And if you're the divorced Catholic who's been waiting to say something out loud, please know you are seen, you are heard, and you are not forgotten. I'm praying for you. Please pray for me too.